As you may know, in Japan, the mistreatment of women is something that goes hand in hand with its history. The Nanjing Massacre of 1937 and scientific experimentation on live humans in China by the notorious Unit 731 are just two of the most well-known atrocities carried out in the name of the Empire of Japan. Think also of its policy of turning women into child breeders to feed its ambitions of imperialistic expansion and of creating an army of sexual slaves hideously dubbed comfort women. Japan doesn't just turn a blind eye to these and other atrocities, but actively denies them, underlining not only its unwillingness to face up to its past, but also to the prevalence of gender inequality in the country to the present day. Let's first look at the Olympic Games in Tokyo last year. 5 months before the opening ceremony, the head of the Games organizing committee, Yoshiro Mori, was forced to resign after saying at one of his meetings that women's speaking time should be limited because they talk too much. But if you think that the former Japanese Prime Minister's resigning meant he was sorry for what he had said, think again. In other remarks, Mori made he seem to be utterly unapologetic. Instead, he insisted that his remarks were not meant to demean women and that he had been misunderstood. In fact, the 83-year-old accused his critics of disrespecting the elderly and reckoned the whole thing was just a media beat-up. A month later, Mori was up to his old tricks again, this time at a party for a politician in Tokyo at which he referred to a political aide as way too old to be called a woman. And surprisingly, Mori hit the headlines again, with some saying he deserved a gold medal for sexism. But in a way, Mori's remarks are not surprising, given that they are the product of someone who grew up in a Japan in which gender roles were firmly fixed. Husbands, some of them so-called salarymen, went to work each day, as their wives stayed home to take care of so-called women concerns. Not surprising either that Japan has an atrocious record on gender equality, placing 120th out of 156 countries in a ranking by the World Economic Forum, even after years of government promises to change things.